what I think is poetic about the way Bron Breaker did it, because at first, on just like instinct, I was like, wait a minute. When Roman Reigns did it, Roman believed it. When Roman Reigns did it, Roman was sitting there going, none of this happens without me. I've changed everything in wrestling. He already knew that the Bloodline story had changed the way stories were told in WWE. He already knew that he had created something that was elevating everybody around him, not just his faction members, but also his opponents. That's something that really doesn't get done often. Maybe you could argue the Horsemen did it, but other than that, it really doesn't get done often. And I said, well, Bron Breaker hasn't done that. But then I realized that, like, it's not so cut and dry. It's not so, well, now what Bron Breaker is doing is, instead of putting in all the work and earning it and declaring it and saying this is just what's happened, I think in that moment, Bron Breaker is cutting that promo because he is telling Roman Reigns, I am taking your spot and everything that comes with it. You got all of this that you're declaring as your own through the ways that you got it. And there's numbers to back it up, that's fine. How do I get to declare ownership of all of it? Because I'm taking it from you. I'm taking it all away. I'm the guy who takes it from you. See, you got it by winning everything and building this career and building this character and creating what you've created in the WWE. I get it by putting you down. And that's it. And then to add sort of a literal sense to what's going on, what happens? We get the double spear. Bron Breakker spears them both through the barricade. And then, as if you needed that physical example of how Roman is having everything taken from him, we go right back to high school. And Bronson Reed shows up and takes Roman Reigns' sneakers. If you went to public school, you understand. Now Roman Reigns has to walk home barefoot in the snow and explain to his mom what happened to his sneakers. Bronson Reed takes his sneakers, and all of a sudden this thing to me becomes less wrestling and more, this is what a bully does. This is an attack outside of high school, in a prison yard, you know what I mean? Something like that. This is a bullying attack where you don't know you're out of your depth. What would you never do to the tribal chief? What would you never do to the top guy? It's one thing to beat him. It's another thing to embarrass him. And he stole the guy's sneakers. Roman Reigns, who's got a deal with Jordan. Roman Reigns, who it's every single time he comes to the ring, somebody's on social media posting what sneakers he's wearing. And there's accounts dedicated to it. Roman's sneaker closet is tippity top of the game. And Bronson Reed shows up and he goes, I'm not impressed. And he takes Roman's sneakers. And by the way, in real life, I really hope that Bronson Reed keeps those sneakers. In real life. You know what I mean? Like the same way at Comic-Con when Mattel gave me my first Sam action figure, and I was like, whether you guys think you're getting this back or not, it ain't getting back to you. It's coming home with me. I'm sneaking it away. If I'm Bronson Reed, I am getting in my car as soon as that segment is over and going home. Why? Because Bronson Reed is a sneaker collector. I want to be able to go into my sneaker room and go, those are Roman sneakers from the segment where I stole them from him. I went right home. But I just think, man, it's there was a lot of poetry going on in that final segment, and the idea that like there isn't this power struggle going on between Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, that they've settled in where Bron Breakker has completely snatched the reins on I'm going to be the leader of this group, and Bronson Reed has completely settled into I'm going to be the muscle. That's no problem. I'm going to watch your back, you're going to be the guy, and I'm going to benefit from it. And that's kind of, I think, the dynamic of this team. But it was really interesting, you know? I mean, it's one thing to be in a situation where Roman is going to get taken out, alongside Jey Uso, of course, but Jey Uso has gotten taken out before. It's another thing to be like, no, it's not. It's just going to be, you're going to go in and save Jey Uso, but you're not going to be enough. You're going to think you've gotten him taken out, and they're going to take you out, and they're going to beat you down. It's going to be 2-on-2, and you're going to get your butt kicked. and you're going to get speared through a barricade, and you're going to get your shoes snatched off your feet. That's not something we've really seen in Roman Reigns before at all. And I do think that it adds to Bron Breaker and Bronson Reed in a way that really is necessary. Because up until 2 weeks ago, they were the henchmen for Seth Rollins. If you had told me 2 weeks ago that Seth Rollins was going to wrestle this person over here, he was going to be on the show, and Bronson and Braun were going to wrestle Jay and Roman Reigns, I go, what are you talking about? Why would Roman Reigns not be in there with Seth in some combination there? So now you got 2 weeks to prove to me that Bron Breaker and Bronson Reed are just as big a threat, if not more so, than Seth Rollins would have been. And, you know, I still think that what happens at SummerSlam is going to have to bring a lot of that out in it. But I do think that it was a move that needed to be done. Because if Roman Reigns and Jey Uso just come out and take him out, you know, are you really going to SummerSlam going, uh-oh, Roman and Jey may be in trouble? If you want to call the show this afternoon, it's 877-344-4893, 877-344-4893 to get on the horn with me, Sam Roberts, here on Notsam Wrestling Live. Let's go to Pat in Atlanta. What's up, Pat?
Hey, Sam. I just wanted to call in because I thought the Bronson Reed taking the shoes was pretty hilarious, and then I started doing goofy fantasy booking in my head. And what if Roman, for the foreseeable future, is always in socks? And he's trying to get back the tribal sneaks.
Pat, I want you to go to the tallest window in your house and just look. And don't actually do it, but consider jumping out. That's preposterous. It makes no sense. I hate it. It's terrible. I
hate it too.
I know, but you love a play on words, don't you? You love rhyming.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's the new Ulafala, the Jordans.
The tribal sneaks. Thank you very much, Pat. No.
No problem, dude.
No, I do think that Bronson Reed should wear them like with the shoelaces tied around his neck. Like, I do think he should wear the sneakers almost as a trophy. I mean, that's so funny. Like, of all things that were going to happen on Raw, nobody would have predicted that Roman Reigns was going to get his sneakers stolen. You know? And just this idea that I have one over you. It's one thing to get taken out, but the idea that I have one over you. Like, it's because if Roman and Jay are back, it's like, yeah, you beat us down, but we're back and we're ready to fight. Yeah, big deal. I still got your shoes. Big deal. I stole your sneakers. What, are your feet cold? I got them. And it also, I think, to a degree, brings some character to Bronson Reed. You know, I think it brings out, like, to the point where I think there are some people going, who is Bronson Reed? I get Bron Breaker. Who is this Bronson Reed? And all of a sudden you see that it's not just, Bronson Reed's not just a wrestler. There's this mean streak in him. This is something that Bronson Reed wants to make it personal. Bronson Reed wants to make it hurt. Because somebody stealing your sneakers is not a declaration of how they bested you physically. It's a declaration of oh, you were bullied. They beat you. They are superior to you. You have to prove that you're not. So I think it was that little personality-driven thing that separates it from just a standard beatdown. Anybody can have a standard beatdown. But to get your shoes snatched? Now Roman's a real babyface. Now Roman is because their heels aren't getting their shoes snatched. That's a babyface thing. Because I got sympathy for it. Larry on Long Island. What's up, Larry?
Hey, what's going on, Sam? Good to talk to you again.
You too.
So thinking about this with the sneakers, I'm wondering what you think the odds are that Bronson comes out wearing Roman's kicks at SummerSlam. It's very reminiscent of the Larry bracelet when Drew took it off of CM Punk.
Well, appreciate it, Larry. Listen, I don't think it's as big as the Larry bracelet because the Larry bracelet represented CM Punk's family, and this represents one pair of Roman Reigns' massive shoe collection. Also, I mean, that's what I said. I think you should wear them around his neck. I don't think you wear them on your feet. Because if you wear them on your feet, it's almost like we're like, Bronson, first of all, you wrestle in boots. Second of all, you didn't steal Roman shoes because you can't afford your own sneakers. You stole them as a statement. So I think you wear them around your neck. And also, who's to say Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns even have the same size sneakers? You know what I mean? That's the thing. If you're going to steal someone's sneakers and you're doing it to keep your feet warm, you better make sure you put them on one of those like measuring things that they got at the sneaker store, you know, where they the metal things that you put your foot flat on and they go up and down. No, I don't think Bronson Reed should wear the sneakers on his feet. Wear them around his neck with the lace tied, like and almost like he's ready to, you know, throw him over a telephone wire. You ever see that happen? Never happened to me. I bet it might have happened to Susumu. Get his shoes stolen, and then somebody ties a knot in the laces and throws him up on the wire, goes home. Now you got cold feet and can't get your sneakers down? That happened to you.
Probably.
Yeah, I thought so. He's just sitting there somebody's pushing him around. And he's going, no, guys, I was just thinking. You ever see a big muscle guy with a tiny little dog? They're like, what? They stole his shoes. They threw him up on a wire. I thought it was funny. Let's go to Cody in Toledo. What's up, Cody?
Hey, Sam. Love the conversation. Loved the main event last night. I was at the show, and I think we talked about it. I know you mentioned it. That's exactly what I feel like Bronson Reed needed to really solidify his character. And now, I don't know. I feel like there's a chance that Roman Reigns could take a pin. I know
don't say it, Cody. Don't say
it's
that.
Too much for you to bear.
No!
But I would love to see it. Thanks for taking my call, Sam.
Who would pin him?
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed pins Roman Reigns? Don't even say
after like 3 tsunamis. Oh, man, it would be awesome.
No, it would bring me so much. I'd rather take 3 tsunamis than watch Roman Reigns get pinned by Bronson Reed. I mean, I don't think I could handle it. I don't think. I'd be in a state. I'd be in a state.
It would be a good way to really boost Bronson Reed, I feel like, and really set that faction to another level, because we don't know what's going on with Seth. So.
No, you're right. Thank you, Cody. And I do think, I do think that what we were saying is true, that it paints Bronson Reed as like this bully. Now, this idea that Bronson Reed is a bully, I like that idea of having something to the character, not just a guy who's like, he's a big wrestler, he's a bad guy, and he's dangerous in the ring. You know, meaning that, like, not dangerous in the ring in real life, but dangerous in the ring, like, he'll beat you up if you're in a match with him. I like the idea of, like, yeah, but he's also going to take your honey bun. You know what I mean? Like, if he sees you in catering and you got an extra cupcake, maybe you only have one cupcake, but he wants a cupcake. He's going to go, you going to eat that cupcake? And you're like, first of all, is there a comma in there? Are you calling me cupcake, or are you talking about the cupcake on the plate? No, the cupcake on the plate. Oh, okay. Well, I was, but if you want it, yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. And now guess what? You're never going to catering again and eating a cupcake, because Bronson's taking them every time. And you go, Bronson Reed, you know there's a tray of cupcakes right over there. You could just grab it. He goes, no, I want yours. All right, here you go. That's Bronson Reed. I believe that. I buy into that. I love the idea of just somebody just like, no, I'm just going to do something about it. I'm going to push you around. I'm going to take what I want, and you got to do something about it. Who's not booing that guy? And then you need a hero. Then you need a Roman Reigns to finally stand up for the person who's getting pushed around. Who'd get pushed around, though? We got to get James Ellsworth back. If you bring back James Ellsworth and just have Bronson Reed pushing him around, I mean, it'd be great.